in this case is Nkisi, a magical dog. He has asked me to tell you his story. To do that, I must become Nkisi. I am Nkisi. I am watching you. You think, all you people drifting around like ghosts, you think you have come to see me, but you have not seen me. You move on to the next thing and you forget. Only the little ones, the ones who press their fingers and their noses to the glass, the ones who can still talk with the spirits. Sometimes they see. Just for a moment. Oh, I will tell you how it is. My master came to me and said, "Good dog, you are a good Nkisi. I have made you well. I have filled your belly with magic, sealed it with glass so the spirits cannot see. I have painted you with spots so that you can pass between the worlds. Now you are going on a journey." He took me to a hut where the grandmothers were wailing and drums filled the air. Little Sazi lay on her mat, and her eyes were white in her head. My master held me close to her body, and I smelled the life in her, but so faint, so flickering. He said, "A witch has stolen her spirit. She is lost, wandering in the forest. She is very sick. You must find her soon, or she will die." Beside me, her mother wrapped her arms around her body and rocked to and fro, to and fro. And my master said to her, "Look, my Nkisi has strong legs and eyes that see beyond the world. If she can be found, he will find her." And he bent down and whispered to me, "Good dog, go find her, bring her back." I ran from the hut, my nose to the ground, following her trail, as it wandered here and there, stopping at times, perhaps to pick up a feather, or to watch the older ones at play, because she was still a very little girl. But all the time, the witch was whispering to her, drawing her towards the forest, and the trail passed among the trees, out of the sunlight, into the dappled places. Little Sazi had never been so far from home alone before. but the spirits were tempting her. I can hear their voices too. Wild Pig has been here not long ago. You can catch him if you leave the girl and go that way. But my shoes and my shells rattle as I run. My ribbons flutter in the wind, and the magic grows strong around me. They cannot hold me back. And if I meet the witch, I have thunder to scare him off. I am Nkisi. I follow the trail. Sazi has wandered deep into the forest, into the dark and dense places. The places where humans do not go. I run on and on, not stopping, until at last I see them, the tall spirits moving like smoke in the half-light, and little Sazi reaching up to hold their hands. I bound towards them, jumping around her to make her stop. "Sazi," I cry, "your mother is crying for you. It is time to go home." She turns her head, but her eyes are empty. I spring up and pull at her dress with my teeth, so that she has to let go with one hand to steady herself. The spirits are hissing, but the sound of my shoes and my shells is louder. I keep bouncing around her, jumping up and licking at her face, and suddenly she holds out her hands to me and laughs. And the sound in that place of shadows is like sunlight falling on the forest floor. I crouch down, wagging my tail, and she comes to me. I spring at her, bowling her over as she laughs for joy. Into her ear, as she lies on the ground, I say, "Let's go home now." She draws back, and I see that she remembers nothing but pain and sickness. "Sazi," I say, "this is no place for you. Come with me and you will be well. Your father is making a new doll for you, and my master will give him some of my shells to sew into the belly so that you can never be bewitched again." At that, her eyes light up. She looks at me properly for the first time. I jump up and run a few paces. She stands still. "I am lost," she says. "Sazi," I say, "come with me." And together, step by step, slowly, such a long way for such a little girl, we follow the trail back towards the village. It is dark when we get there, but her mother is still keeping watch in the hut, and my master is with her, singing to guide me home. Little Sazi looks at her own body, and with a sigh, like falling leaves, she slips down inside it. And as we watch, she begins to tremble. Her eyelids flicker open. She holds out her arms to her mother, and behind us, the grandmothers begin to sing. And until the whole village is rejoicing that a child has come home. And my master says to me, "Good dog." But now I have been laid in darkness for a very long time. When you brought me out, I thought it was time for another journey. I look at you, and you, and you, and I see that your spirits are lost, wandering in the forest. But I am walled in glass and cannot see. If I could run, my seeds would rattle, my ribbons would flutter, and the magic would go strong again. But I am pinned here. There is no breeze to move my ribbons. There are no smells. I think the forest is very far away. My master will come to find me. I am a good dog. I will wait.